Wantirna champagne. Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the auction here today of number 4, Jeanbart Court in Wantirna South. A very warm welcome to you on this lovely Saturday after that wintry week we've had. Hopefully heating up towards the 27 degrees, and with a property like this, with a great outdoor entertaining area, beautiful pergola, the roses are out, it smells absolutely delicious, and you are buying quality today, just off Jeanbart Parade, one of the highest sought after locations in Wantirna South we sell. And guess what? To be in it, all you've got to do is raise your hand, call out your figure, and I'm purely here to guide you in the process. Now, my name is Geraint Gardner. I will be your auctioneer. I'll be facilitating the bids here today, determining the increments which we shall rise, and purely putting you in a position to buy. Now, ladies and gents, the property's been proudly marketed to you by the OBrien Real Estate Wantirna team. You've had Nancy and you've had Neo answering all your questions and queries now over the road there. But we've got James, we've got Johnny, we've got Tuan all in the crowd here today. They are here to assist and here to help you. So should you require assistance throughout today's auction, please let them know. They'd be more than happy to help. Now, ladies and gents, the rules of today's auction are as follows. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules, and any additional conditions made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auction if accepting bids or offers once the property has been knocked down to successful bidder. Now, the vendors have a reserve price, and I, as the auctioneer, will indicate bidders upon request. And the auction rules prohibit false bids, it prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits those attempting to prevent others from bidding, and will provide fines for this conduct. The rules do, however, permit vendor bids, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. And of course, ladies and gents, that is my law here today, and should you hear the words vendor bid, I am purely bidding on behalf of our vendors. I will not be taking any late bids, so make sure you're in nice and quickly here today. The way in which we'll sell the property will be on a first, second, third and final call. Gavel hits the contract like so. Property deemed sold. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to walk you through the entirety of this property. It is absolutely amazing through and through. You can add your personal touches such once you move in, but the home, the bones of this place are ready for you. Thank you to our neighbours that have come out today, because our neighbours are here to welcome you to this wonderful suburb and wonderful court location. A home that you simply move in and absolutely enjoy like our owners have. It is a regretful sale from our owners. They would love to stay here forever, but they are at the next journey of their life and must move on and give you the opportunity to purchase this wonderful home. Whether it's heading straight onto the Eastern Freeway, whether it's going to Peninsula, whether it's going to the city, and finally, we're going to get the Westfield we all bloody deserve. A brand new Westfield through and through, and we all know what happens when shopping centres get renovated. Prices go up. Look at Chadstone, look at Eastland, prices go up. And ladies and gents, we expect the same here. We've also got Alan Tudge pledging that tram line again, hopefully coming down, who knows. There's a couple of our Labor and Liberal members trying to get the tram line up from Vermont down to Knoxfield, and hopefully that happens too. City Life Church around the corner, plenty of amazing schools in this vicinity. And ladies and gentlemen, you have the rights to purchase, and you have the rights to everything this home has to offer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the opening bidder here today, we will be giving a beautiful bottle of drink for you. I promise it's not water. And the settlement terms will be anywhere from 60 days through to about the 23rd of the 3rd, 2023. So we can accommodate a longer settlement. Our vendors would prefer the 23rd of the 3rd, 2023. So if you can honour that, that would be absolutely amazing. However, should 60 days or anywhere in between be there, they will happily accommodate that for you. 10% deposit will be required should you be successful. We can take that via cheque, or we'll DFT straight out of the account. So as long as you've got money in there, we're happy to take it from you. So ladies and gentlemen, with a publicly displayed quote range of $980,000 to $1,078,000, this is where we're going to put it across to you. This is where we get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. Where can I see a fair and reasonable start? Who wants to kick it off? Let's go. I love it. It's my fourth one everyone today, and everyone's gone a little bit shy.
1 million.
There it is. Bang. 1 million. Welcome to the bidding, sir. Big round of applause to our opening bidder here today. At $1 million, and away we go. At 1 million, surely 25 from here on in. At $1 million, fairly bid and offered. Let's go a million at 25 from here. At $1 million, who wants to go to 25 in the rise now? At $1 million, fairly bid and offered. Got the bottle of drink. Gonna get the property, maybe two. At $1 million, who wants to go to a million 25? Million 25 is what I'm calling. At a million, it's over the road. Need 25 in the rise from here on in. At fairly bid and offered. Happy to move it along quickly. At $1 million, it's fairly bid and offered. Great buyer value at that level. Even 25 in the rise, not too far. At $1 million, I'll call 3 times. 3 times to think about it quickly now at a million. At a million is the bid. At a million, fairly bid and offered. I need to know quickly if you're in it. Now's the time. At $1 million, first call. At $1 million, second call. At 25, at 25 now, at 1 minute 25 and 50, sir. At 1 minute 25 and let's go 50, sir. Yes. Don't see too long, sir. You've got the bottle of alcohol. You want to get your house as well.
This one.
That's your beard. That's an expensive bottle. At 1 million and 25 with you though. At 1 million and $25,000, 50 from here. At 1 million and $25,000, 1 million and 25,000 is the bid. What about it, sir? Could be two of you. 50% chance of buying a property. That's pretty good. That's better than gambling. At 1 million and $25,000, fairly bid and offered. Great buying here today. Need an advance from here. A number of you have registered. Now's the time to jump in. At 1 million and 25, who wants to take it to the bold number? 1 million and 50 is where we need to go. 3 times now. At 1 million and 25, first call. At 1 million and 25. Second call at $1,025,000. Third call now at 1 million 50. Welcome to the bidding. Wish you guys all the very best too. At 1 million and 50, and what about 75? At 1 million and 50 here, and 75 if you'd like. 75 at 50 here, and 50's the bid. Let's go 75, 50 here, and 75. 75 now. At 1 million 75 and 1.1, let's round it up. At 1 million 75, let's go there. You know there's value. I do. Everyone else does. And even our neighbours do too. At 1 million $75,000, property selling in excess for 1.4 up the road. It's great value. You know it. Let's go. 1.1. Not 10 yet. But 1 million 75 here. I'm happy to take 1 million 95. Let's make it 20. 95, 1 million and 95 we have. At 1 million and 95 now. At 1 million and 95, what about 1,120? 1 million and 95, 1,120? 1 million and 95 is the bid. At 1 million and $95,000, 1,120, what do you say? At 1 million and 95, fairly bid and offered. 1 million and 95's here. In, out, need to know. 1,120? What do you say? 1.120? 1.120. At 1.120 is the bid. At 1.120 confirmed. At 1.120 is. At 1.120 we have. At 1,120,000. 25 definitely on the market and sell we will. At 1,125 we're on the market and sell we will today. At $1,125,000 definitely selling. At 1,125 and what do you say? 35? What would you like to do? 1,130. At 1,130. 35? 35. At 35. At 1,135's the bid. What about 40 now? 1,135 here. 40 if you'd like. At 1,135, fairly bid and offered now. 40? Or 50 even better. 40 we have. At 40, let's make it 50. 45. 50. 45 here. 50? 45, 1,145's the bid. What do you say there? 50, sir. What about you? Haven't forgotten about you. Surely not out. You came here for the wine, didn't you? You already got the award. Well, we appreciate your participation, sir. At 1,145's the bid. 1,145, 50 if you'd like. What do you say? In or out? Need to know. Welcome any new bidders. Now's the time. At 1,150 now. At 1,150. Let's go 60. The fives aren't working. 55? 55? 52. At 52. 1,152's the bid. At 1,152,000. Let's make it 55. 1,152. 54. 55? 55. 55. 1155 now. What do you say? 1155. Let's make it 60. 56. 160. 1160. Welcome to the bidding. Hello. At 1160 now. At 1160 is the bid. Wish you all the very best over the back there. New bidder in. At 1160 now. 1160 is the bid. 61. 61. At 61 now. 61. What about 65? At 61 here. 65. What do you say? Quickly now. 61. Let's go 4 more to 65. At 61, it's here. $1,161,000. Sell. We do. 65. Good bidding. At 65. 1170. Let's just make it 1.2. Call it a day. 167. 1167 now, Johnny, over the back. 1167 in front. At 1167. What do you say, Johnny? Maybe 1180. Give it a go. 1167 here. What about 1180? 1180? 1167 here. Let's go that little bit stronger. 1180 seems to be a good number. 1167 is the bid. Need to know. 68,000. 1168. 69. 1169. 1169 now. 80. What do you say, sir? Johnny, how are we going there? 1169. Let's go straight to 1180. Seems the place we need to go. 1169 is the bid. 1,169,000 smackaroonies. We do sell at 1169. In or out? Need to know quickly now. First call. 70. 1170. 5? 71. 71 in front. 1171. What would you like to do? Moving along quickly. 1171. Need an answer quickly, please. 1171's the bid. In or out? Let's make it 80. 1171. 75. 1175. I'm telling you 80. Let's go to 80. 1175 is the bid now. Let's go to 80. What?
No, second.
Just thinking?
No, you can go ahead.
Keep going ahead. Permission to sell?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
I think you should go 1 more. What have you got to lose? They bid against you 5 more. Give it a go. 1175.
76.
76, welcome back. At 1176. At 1176. I've been calling 1180. Maybe that's where we need to go. At $1,176,000. Fairly bid and offered. Directly in front. What do you say? At $1,176,000, Johnny. In or out? What would they like to do? 180. At 1180 now. At 1,180,000. I reckon you just go to 1.2. Give it your very best. You sure? Have a think about it for a moment. Happy to take 1,000 if it puts you back in if you'd like. At $1,180,000. Neo, how are we going here? Are you in or out, sir, ma'am? In or out, Neo? Are they in or out? 1180's here. What would you like to do? In? Out? 1.2? No. $1,180,000 is the bid. 1,180,000. Bit quiet over here. Maybe some bidders hiding in the crowd, or maybe this is where the neighbours hang out. But either way, welcome to you all. Hopefully in advance, if you'd like to bid, now's the time because we will knock it down at 1,500,000. Yep, 8,500. 1,180,500. 1,180.5 is the bid now. At 1,180.5. What would you like to do? 1,180.5. 1,190. 1,190 now. Wants it at 1,190,000. Comes back with a high bid. Another half? If you go another half, then maybe they'll go 1.2. Appreciate it. At $1,190,000 is the bid now. At $1,190,000 with you. No further advances. Need to know quickly. At 1,190,000 smackaroonies. Here we go. First call at $1,190,000. In or out? Welcoming in your bidder. Second call at $1,190,000 for Jeanbart. We sell. A third call now at $1,190,000. Definitely out. Appreciate your bidding, we really do. We'll try and find you something. At $1,190,000. OBrien Real Estate, the team. Neo and Nancy are your agents. You've seen how we do it. Here we go. First, second, third, and final call at $1,190,000.